That was the best burn to me because G Cool instructed. I ain't never seen him do that. He always got me, you, and EJ to do the instruction, and then he do the crazy shit.
Yeah, I told myself, bro.
He didn't have an opportunity to do the crazy shit.
It was a lot.
The smoke.
No,
it was
the girl busting her nose.
We brought weights out. We had fucking a whole setup. We didn't do none of that.
On the weight.
Yeah.
We thought that, but I think she passed out.
Yeah, they said they think she passed out.
Bro,
everybody else went
imagine
over
if you
weight.
slip on.
If you slip on the weight, your head.
If you slip on the weight, you gonna fall like this, right?
Was
She
straight
fell like
up.
this, nigga. I'm talking about.
She knows that.
She did all this. She broke her nose.
She broke her nose.
Separated her hips, nigga, and she all scratched right here, all scratched up.
That wasn't just the weight.
She never put her hands
You trip over a weight. Tell me how you gonna.
What happened?
Now,
You don't put your hands out.
I think because of the red smoke.
What the fuck happened?
The red smoke.
Right there.
She didn't see the weight.
No, she fucking running.
Yeah.
She did not see the damn weight.
Already knew.
But you would have fell like this.
No,
You would
I'm
have braced yourself.
But you wouldn't have broke your nose and separated your hips.
Y'all talking? I'm telling y'all what happened.
Yeah, I'm going.
The motherfucker was 3 people in front of me.
Heavy conversations, debates, and relationships. We the topic of discussion. What's the gossip? Who she loving? This tea get hotter when you touch it. Forget about that he saying that she say. Tell me what the street say. Got them tuned and they running back just like a DJ. What you bring to the table? What you bring to the table?
Welcome back to episode 14, the reality table topic, submissive. Being submissive with your man, and why are more women submissive in the workplace than with their partner? So my special guest today, my far left, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Where's the camera? What's up, y'all? I'm Lark Fit Ty, aka Lark Fitty. You know,
Fitty.
And I'm one part of a Lark Fit family. Personal trainer. We do a fitness class, do a lot of other things outside of that, creative directing, singing, all that. But other than that, I segue to my beautiful wife. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Angel Larkin, larkfit.detox. I'm a fitness coach and also instructor of the hottest boot camp in Atlanta, Lark Camp.
Big fans.
Big Larkies. My special co-host, partner in crime, Mr. Robert Red Russian. Then to my far right, Big Trap. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
Man, listen up, man. What up, world? It's your boy DJ, your favorite trainer's favorite trainer, man. Listen up, Big Trap Fit DJ. You guys can find me at TrapFit_DJ on all social media platforms. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a fitness instructor. I'm an online coach. And yeah, we about to get into it. You know what I mean?
So, topic. We're going to break it down in a couple of different ways. Let's talk about what does it mean to be submissive? I'm going to ask the couple. This is the second couple actually to come on the episode.
Okay.
So we want to skip them.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
give
Give a couple vibes.
everybody in the back. That part too. Okay. All right.
I think being submissive is not necessarily bending to the other person's will, but being able to coexist with someone when the situation doesn't really favor you at the moment. I feel like a lot of people put a negative connotation on submission and think it's just like, you need to listen to me or you need to hear what I'm saying. But a lot of times submission is silent. Like a lot of times submission just comes from you understanding your partner and being able to navigate through your relationship without ruffling the feathers in the moment. Of course, you don't want to forever change yourself, but in the moment to make the situation more adequate for you and your whole situation.
Right.
I feel like submission is being humbly obedient to your spouse, or whatever situation it is, because you can be submissive out, like you said, outside of the relationship. But as far as a spouse, I feel like you just humbling yourself and conforming in the moment to whatever is necessary for peace.
Peace.
Heavy peace. Heavy.
Peace is the most important word.
That's heavy.
Listen, we gonna get off peace for a little bit.
That's
Reds.
I've been preaching that for the longest.
We
I
need
need my
that.
peace.
That's
We
the
have to
main-
have it.
That's the main
Cause
thing.
some
we
shit
want.
don't matter. It just don't matter. Like,
Majority of shit don't matter. It's just like you have to be able to you know, what they say, bite the bullet and understand like, okay, where are my faults in this situation? Because a lot of times when our triggers are getting pushed, it's probably either insecurity or something that we need to work on in the situation, and we expect the other person to help us work on it. But at the end of the day, it's only on you to work on it. So being submissive is not necessarily just bowing down to another person. It's really just submitting to the waves of the relationship. Because everything not always gonna go your way every single time.
Trap.
Relationship clarity. I mean, she just spoke on it. Like, being submissive is not the physical. Like, everybody think of submissive like, oh, he's telling you what to do, she's telling you what to do, you're under my alignment. That's not what I consider submissive. What I consider submissive is somebody understanding your love language. And regardless of what that is, now they're trying to conform to what you set the standard for on your end of the table, right? We have to come together and we have to be partners in this situation, correct? So now I may be telling this person, this is my love language, this is how I view relationship, marriage, and I want to see you at least give effort to conform to what I've already requested. That's submissiveness.
What about on the other end?
Talk to me.
Like, what about on her end?
That is her end. I just gave you her end. Her end, I'm telling her what works for me, and to see you conform to what I've already requested, I'm gonna do everything in my due diligence to
That's
conform.
her
Do the same
That's
thing.
her submitting to what I requested. So
about-
now I see that, now I am gonna conform into whatever she requests as
That's
being
what I-
submissive and
that's
working.
what I was asking.
Yeah. It takes two, man.
Somebody has to do it first.
We do that Usher shit.
I feel like that's the thing though.
Watch
Like,
this.
like in our community, it's like everybody want to poke their chest out and they don't want to be the first one to submit because you just seem like a sucker, or with a woman you feel like you just bow down to the man. But it's always reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really love each other, the moment somebody submits to you, it's an automatic. You feel the obligation and you feel the love to
feel the
submit
love.
to them, and it's just once you start it, it won't stop. But if you never start it, it never gonna start.
Can't have an ego with submission.
That's in a perfect, not even perfect, but that's in a healthy relationship, because you do have, people submitting to people that don't are not deserving of that, and then that's when they throw the negative connotation on it, because you have, for instance, a woman submitting to a man who's not deserving of that, and he takes that as control, right? And he uses it as fuel, as, okay, now I'm in control. Now I'm going to control the situation from here on out.
But what
And then
happens?
it's manipulation.
But what happens when you have a man what happens when you have a man who needs a woman to be submissive and then she just doesn't?
That's on the other spectrum of
Let's talk about
unhealthiness,
Let's talk
right?
about it.
Yeah. So you do have your woman that's alpha female is what they call it now, right?
Right.
You have your alpha female who's in a relationship and she doesn't conform, she doesn't submit. It's her way or no way.
Right.
And that's not healthy either.
Right.
On either spectrum,
That's
it's not
either-
healthy.
on
It has
either
to be a
spectrum,
balance.
yeah.
It's
It
not
has to be a
healthy
balance.
because I mean to speak on what y'all saying about the man and woman situation, like I feel like with men, it's for women it's hard to find a man who's gonna be faithful to you and gonna be rock with you with everything, and sometimes women have gone through situations where they've been hurt in those situations where they become submissive, and they'll have a good person in their life and they'll choose not to submit over and over again while the man is submitting himself and just like whatever, and then constantly over time they grow apart, and then it seems like a problem, like, oh, you don't love me no more, and it becomes a manipulation state. But at the end of the day, he's like, I've been submitting to you for so long, you still haven't chosen to take that, ain't in the back seat, to sit in the passenger seat with me and let me navigate for a second.
Right. There we go, big dog. That's what I was trying to say. That's it.
So let me ask you a question. If, let's say your partner is being submissive, let's say you are being submissive to her, and you're not, and you kind of know you're not, how long would it take for you to look, okay, I'm done. If you're not going to submit, I'm out?
It takes time. I mean, because in any good relationship, that shit happen. That's where levels are hit at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like with sports or anything. When you get to that game and you play against that person, and you like, dang, like, bro, I cannot hit this next level. But in a relationship, it's like you have to address it, but you have to be consciously there as the person that's feeling neglected. You got to be there consciously and be able to stand up for yourself and not think that you're gonna lose everything by standing up for yourself.
But what if you're so in love with her and she still just for whatever reason can't submit?
You have to draw a line, or you're gonna deal with that forever.
You have to have demands as a man.
And he has
As
to
a
be
man.
able to
I'm not
articulate.
I'm not
He has to be
disagreeing
able
with
to
that.
articulate that that's what he's missing.
But do you believe some people stay in a relationship because they're in love with you, or you're in love with her, and she's still not submitting, but you, because you love her so much, would you stay in that situation? Because I know
you
people that
asking
have.
will we stay, or you asking do people stay?
People do stay.
People do stay. That's that toxic shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it becomes toxic, and then he becomes a master manipulator because he's trying to maneuver her to conform when she's not going to do that anyway. So he's trying to like manipulate the situation.
Or if you don't conform, this is where you got infidelity and cheating and people going and seeking other places of validation, because submission is nothing but another level of validation.
I've tried
like
to get you to
it's
conform.
it's like if we best friends, like and something happen and it go down, like and you fight with me, it's like, okay, like I know you gonna ride for me, okay.
Right.
Now, but if I never see you gonna ride for me, it starts to play in your head like, how much do you really love me? Like, that's fact.
So we talked about this on the mountain a bit. Why is it, and this is statistics have shown, why is it that most women submit to their job or their boss at work than their partner?
I don't think they submit to their boss. I think they submit to the system.
It depends on what you can define as submit. The reason I'm saying that is, for an example, you could be, let's say me and DJ my boss, right? I could be super nice to DJ because I want my money to keep coming the way it's coming. You know what I'm saying? But DJ, his own intentions of he really want to fuck me. And that ain't my intentions. But my man know that's not my intentions. Am I wrong for playing that role? And at the same time, would you, the man, get upset because you understand that I'm playing a role right now to get my bread?
But like he said, he feels like it's the system that you're submitting to, not to him. Because if it was another person, it would be that person.
Yeah.
If it was a woman, it would be that person.
The system alone is a master manipulator.
Yeah, you submit to the system, and I think that's what people get. Like, you have to take it as a man. You got to take your ego out of it and think that your woman is submitting to another man. If you know your woman is not a woman who's gonna be cheat on you and do all that extra stuff, you got to understand, like, she's submitting to a system. And a lot of times, men don't have any type of system set up to secure the woman, and that's not even just monetary. Like, if I don't know what you're gonna be like on the next day, how do you expect me to fall in line with you if every day you changing? Every day is you don't know your emotions, you upset about this, you pissed off about this, everything. And a lot of things, black men, we go through the anger of not being adequate, the anger, and you put that on your woman. But then when your woman go to work, the system's already set up. All I have to do is this, and this, and this, and I will succeed. But it's so jaded when it comes to your relationship, they don't even know what they have to do to succeed in the relationship.
Right, but what happens when you have a partner that doesn't perceive that is adequate? Like when you have a partner that's like, you know what, I'm just gonna play the field. And we're not even talking about cheating at this moment. We're talking about, let me see what my options are. Whether it's a higher paying job and now I am being easily manipulated by a boss, or and not giving my partner the correct attention, or let's talk about that.
On both, I feel like it's on both sides though. It's like if say it's her in the situation, right, and she's in the job. If I'm not securing her at home, of course she's gonna look for that security somewhere else. And a lot of men don't want to take the ownership of not doing their damn job.
The ego, yeah.
And you want to say, well, just because I'm with you, you ain't supposed to be talking to this man, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And a lot of the onus, when I talk about men in relationships, I put the onus back on us, because you can't have control if you ain't got control.
Right, that's facts. That's a good point.
That's just how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. So you guys have a very successful relationship. You're in a successful relationship.
15 years in, buddy.
Marriage. Married. Everybody married. What are some of the things coming into it? What are some of the things you had to do to submit, or your wife or what are some of the things y'all had to do?
Well, I had to submit, man, because I had an egotistical moment in my relationship to where I didn't listen. And my biggest thing in my marriage now that's working for me now is I listen. Starting off, I didn't want to hear shit. I knew everything. I was in control. I was that man. I was that nigga. You couldn't fucking tell me shit. It is what it is, bitch. Leave and I get another one. Like that was my mindset in the beginning. But then I started to understand, like, wow, everything that I'm getting from my wife, I never had. Love, nurturing. I never had any of this. You gotta understand, my mom, my dad, I ain't had it. I ain't have a mama and a daddy like y'all had. So I'm getting all this from my wife as an adult. You see what I'm saying? She was very nurturing. She took care of me and she listened and she molded me and she made me ambitious, made me way more ambitious than I was without her. You see what I'm saying? So listening to me was that moment for me. I'm like, wow, I'm actually taking into consideration as what she's saying. And I'm listening and I'm trying to improve myself to improve ourselves. You see what I'm saying? And that was the moment for me. When I realized I started listening, and have you ever came to that moment where you realize like, shit, I'm listening to everything she's saying. I'm believing in her now when it's supposed to be the other way around.
Start checking yourself.
I start checking myself, man, like, nigga, you ain't that nigga. You thought you was, but you not. Listen to her. And I started doing that and my life started elevating.
I was in the same similar situation. I'm older than him. I'm 6 years older than him. So it was like, I know what's going on. I know what we need to do. I know how this work. I make the money. I make more money. Like, this is what gotta happen.
Right.
But as a strong man, the strong man that he was, like, he helped me understand and learn that this is not what it's about. Like, it's about love. It's about us together in this house. It has nothing to do with nothing, what you have, what you got, what you learned, what you think you know. None of that. It has everything to do with how are we going to combine both of these lives, separate lives, combine them and make it whole into one life and work together. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the accolades you got before you got here. Yeah. It has everything to do with this household.
I say you're 100% correct, but I want to add to that and saying that it's a personal journey just as much as it's a journey between me and her. You feel what I'm saying? Our relationship got better when we started to work on ourselves. Yes, like, most people want to come to a situation and be like, because they think, oh, you gotta have a cup, I gotta have a cup, we together it's 100%. No, you're supposed to try to get to 100 by yourself, 100 by yourself, so no matter what, your cup runneth over. But people don't do that. People are codependent on their spouse. If their spouse, something happened and they can't give them the love, they're not gonna be able to reciprocate because they're not full. And then we had situations like that until we had to step back and be like, well, I'm really in control of my life. I'm really in control of how I feel about you. I'm really in control of how I react to anything you do. And once we took that step, and of course we've always been happy, when we took that step though, it made our relationship better because we were able to give each other grace. And it's like, I want to speak on grace because as black people, let alone black men, we don't give each other grace because we've always been so critical of ourselves because of how we gotta live.
That's true.
Everything we do is just so everything we do is so it's so much pressure on everything. But the moment you start giving yourself grace, you start giving your partner grace because you only talk to your partner the way you talk to yourself.
But like I told Shay, your happiness is not my responsibility. My happiness is not your responsibility. You have to go out in the world and be happy alone. Yeah. You have to have your own happiness. I have to have my own happiness, and then we come together and we share that moment. Like, you can't demand me to make you happy.
That's a fact.
If you're not already happy.
That's a fact.
How the fuck am I going to make you happy if you're not happy?
You can't.
So that's something I made sure I made a demand in my relationship, in my marriage, man. Like, I don't care what it is. Go out and be happy. I'm going to go out and I'm going to find happiness, and then we're going to come together and we're going to share that experience. Yeah. That's real. That's a fact.
When did y'all come to that place? So your date is...
Wait. Are you listening to this? Listen.
I'm sick of him.
No, you might find a man after this. This is some good shit. You need to listen.
Leave me alone.
Listen.
See, I'm the only single person up here, I guess.
Ooh.
Technically.
Ooh. What's technically?
Ain't nothing wrong
We
with
gonna
being
get into
single,
my
man.
situation. But this is the thing. So, question: when did y'all get to where y'all are? So, we heard the BTS. You know what I'm saying? So, my question is, how did you Trap and y'all know? I wouldn't say that was the one, but how did you know that you was done doing, your playing days to where look? Okay,
me and my wife had sex on the first night. I met her in the bar. We was watching the game, and she said some shit that resonated, and I was like nobody in Atlanta in the bar knew what she was saying, but I'm like,
But you.
hold the fuck up. What? This some Missouri shit. I played football in Southern Missouri. She played football. She went to a college in Middle Missouri. No, she went to school in Middle Missouri, and I played football in Southern Missouri. So her team, her team and my team were in the same football conference, in the same conference period, right? So when she said it, I checked her, and I'm like, I said some shit to make her understand what. She like, what? And so now we're like, okay, we understand each other.
You not gonna tell us what y'all said?
No, we're not. But after that, it was pretty much like, oh shit, what's up? So we started chopping it up, and we had sex on the first night. And I know a lot of people's standards are, oh, you don't fuck a motherfucker for the first night and then end up in a relationship. No, if you don't fuck me on the first night, we're never gonna talk again. So that's just at that moment in my life, at 24, 25 years old, that's how I was. If we're not gonna get it in on the first, we're not talking again. So after that, me and Shay kind of was like, she cooked for me the next day, and I came over, we had a conversation, and the conversation wasn't about anything like sports related and nothing like that. It was about life. We had a life conversation the next day, and we sat back and we just chilled. And I knew then, like, oh shit.
That she was the one.
Well, it was more so like she was different from all the rest.
Okay, but how do you know? I get that part.
Because she was different from all the rest.
I know, but how did you know, besides that how did you, after you got in a relationship?
I was intrigued because she was different from all the rest.
You let me ask my question, bro. How did you, when y'all got in a relationship, because I know you weren't just gun-ho Shay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How did you stop doing the bullshit? Like, how long did it take you to get to that?
Probably 2 months. Probably about 2 months.
And
After about 2 months, we started really on some, I'm spending the night in her condo.
So you weren't doing nothing else with nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like after about 2 months, I started bringing bags and toothbrushes, all that type of shit. I started spending the night in her condo. Me and my mom shared an apartment. Me and my mom moved to Atlanta together. Like I had a Cadillac and about $10,000. Me and my mom came up here on a Humbug. And me and my mom shared an apartment. And when I met Shay, it was kind of like after about 2 months, we started kind of really, really getting close, like cohesive, like spending the night. And I got toothbrushes over there, and I might got a shirt in the closet and a pair of shoes in the closet type shit. And then I kind of understood, like, you know what, this might be something.
So let me ask y'all this. I don't know if I can go there. Can I go there?
Go.
Anybody on this couch? Can I go there?
All the way there. That's why we're
Let
here.
go.
First of all, this day couch.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. So we got 2 married couples. That's the one that's engaged, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe in multiple partners?
What do you mean? You gotta clarify that.
However you want to explain it.
It's a lot going on in that poly world.
Okay.
So you gotta multiple partners as well. You talking
you
open
believe-
relationship? You talking swinging? What you talking?
Both.
Go ahead, baby.
I believe in
Go ahead.
whatever that looks like for you. Whatever that looks like for you. Yes.
I ain't saying for you. I asked, do you guys believe?
Oh, for us?
Yes.
Specifically, yes.
Oh,
Okay, so you guys believe in multiple partners, or do you believe in like?
we believe in dating
open-
together.
believe in dating.
So
We believe in dating together.
No
Okay,
open
gotcha. So
relationship.
no open relationship.
We are
No
one.
open relationship.
Okay.
So if you think about it in the math equation, it's always 1 + 1, right? It's
Right.
still 1 + 1, but we 0.5,
We are
0.5. It just equals 1 + 1.
We come as a package.
Okay.
But there's rules to it. There's rules to it. I mean, it's
How did y'all decide on that,
Right.
and what are the rules?
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's-
the rules is that's the
the
good
rules.
question.
I love the rules question.
They getting a rise right now.
I let you know how much.
No,
they take.
look. So the rules is like for me as a man is like, okay, first of all, the ground rules is you got to be a stand-up guy. You got to be doing everything you're supposed to be doing in your relationship.
Yeah.
You can't have no infidelities. You have to be
Trustworthy.
so that in any situation, at the end of the day, she knows, okay, he not gonna do nothing crazy. So anything I have to worry about is the person that's coming in, first and foremost. And then this our first rule would be, I don't engage with women on that level. Like I'm not
On his own.
on my own trying to like bring women in. Like, yeah, we should talk. You should talk to my girl. We should all hang out. I don't do that. And it cuts down the confusion because it's just a lot of variance when it comes to the situation when they do come in, and it's like, when was you talking to her? Or when we like?
I got questions.
I don't know when
Where did you meet her? Was it the first time you met? Like, we ain't gotta go through all that.
Exactly.
So we just keep it nice and peaceful.
But what
Do
if
it
you
together.
what if you see somebody and you like something? How do you present that to her?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't never like nothing because I can't turn that on until I know that she like it. So it's like, because it just leave room for error. Like, okay, it's like if you take your mind to that place, you gonna always be in that place with that person. So for me, I don't necessarily. I always peep when people giving us that energy, and I be like, hey, so and so, she.
So you go to her and
She
like, I
on
feel
that.
this energy.
Y'all really think men just like every
No,
nice thing?
Absolutely not. My question was, how do you, like, if you do find somebody attractive, because we all nice looking people. If you find somebody
It's deeper
attractive,
than
We
that.
always
I
find
bring it to her.
Way deeper than the
but
church.
I get it. But then what I'm saying is, if you see somebody tomorrow that looks nice and you know your wife might like her, how do you come to her with that?
I show Angel her Instagram. I say, this
Good
lady
question.
right here. But I wouldn't if she hasn't had an interaction with us, or we haven't been in the same room
Let's say
together,
she has.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Let me say this.
He said I wouldn't say that.
No.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Every we see attractive people all the time,
Right.
Every day.
but those people may not be the right people for our relationship.
Gotcha.
So it's like me being a woman and bringing another woman into the relationship, and me actually liking a woman, it goes way past what she looked like. You know what I mean? He knows that. He knows what it takes for a woman to come into our relationship and to come into our bed. So it's way past attraction. Obviously, he knows my type. So if he does see somebody that's my type, he might say something to me, and then I put the pressure on.
What's
He's
your
not
type?
gonna do that. My type, opposite of me.
Go ahead then. Don't do that. Don't say opposite of you. Don't do that. You gotta.
I like thick.
Don't do that.
Thick, full form, full figure women.
Whole lot
All
of. You see the shirt?
Every time I hear whole lot, that's the first thing I'm gonna think
whole
of.
lot of.
Nah, man,
I like
That
women.
was right
She
on
say
point.
that. She say that, but I got my wife right here, and I trust her with knowing my secrets to our success, right?
Our secrets.
Our secret. No, this is a me thing. Okay. All right. So my secret is always downplay, highlight. Downplay, highlight.
Formula.
Like you see her, dang, she got a lot of ass. She walked in, that mother was just crazy, right? Downplay, highlight at the same time. Let me tell you about this. Our Instagrams are connected.
Okay.
Even though we have this beautiful relationship, and I love that it's connected because it make it so I'm always in the clear. Anytime somebody messages me something, she sees the message. Anytime I message back, she sees the message.
Yep.
So for years now, we've been doing this. So it's like I got an actual track record of always being the same guy.
Bro, who fucking cares? You got the fucking green.
No, I don't
He
though.
don't have the green light.
I don't. That's what I'm
Because
trying
he
to
can't do-
explain.
No, the green light is just sit the fuck back.
Most dudes don't
Like
want to do
you-
that though. They can't do that.
Nigga, you have to do that. Most dudes don't.
Most dudes can't do
no,
that.
you have a unicorn. And then the thing that we're missing,
Come on now.
the thing that we are missing is she likes women. So the fact that she, like you saying, Shay might be bi or whatever.
Bi-curious.
I'm not touching that. So you on your own with that.
Bro.
I'm not talking about that. But she, like, she's into
That's the
it.
thing. I think that's the difference.
So all
It
you
is.
have to do
Is it?
is
But
kick back.
dudes can't do that because they not like.
they
Listen,
don't have
let's think
this.
about it like this. I'm me, without her. So women give me that energy all the time. So if I was somebody else that was not prepared for the situation, I would have been messed up. So it ain't even just about her. It's about the man himself specifically. I made a decision before I met Angel, and to go to your point before about what would work how did you know? I made a decision before I met Angel that when I got in a relationship, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not doing none of that. So when I met her, it was already something that I decided on my own. She didn't just make that happen. She just helped me keep that decision going. But A lot of men don't know what their limitations is. It's the shade of openness was making it harder for you. Like, I don't have the openness. So anytime a woman don't try to be on that extra stuff with me, I'm shutting it down. And I'm not shutting it down like, nah, I got a wife, I'm married. I'm changing the subject. I'm making her feel weird for trying to even come at me like that. I don't care how fine she is. And when you do that, it's like you set the precedence. Okay, that she ain't, because they don't want to be. They're not used to getting turned down. They're not used to getting that energy. So they never gonna do that again unless. But to your point, how do y'all? It makes it harder for us to find women because of how we carry ourselves.
Right.
So a lot of women that may say something that if we was a little bit more, free and open as appearance, you know what I'm saying, they would probably say more. But a lot of the times, like, nobody says nothing. Like, nobody is like, hey, y'all like girls? And they don't.
Literally, we have to
hunt because people hold on. We have a respect. We have a respect in our relationship that I don't ever deal with that. I don't ever deal with that.
They gonna be like, I've been looking at Angel for 3 months. Class A, 6:30 Wednesday night.
6:30. Give me a hint, send me a drink.
Hey, man.
Wink twice.
Shouts out for the Larkies, man.
The Larkies.
Nah,
They're the hottest in the city right now, man.
That's
Shouts out to the
definitely,
Larkies.
and the thing that y'all can talk about it and be open, because I think that's the toughest part about it all. Like, shit, what he's saying.
I wish I had Shay right here,
you know
right
what I'm
now.
saying?
Like,
the hardest part is being open and just, like, how the fuck did y'all get to that point?
That's
like, when did the communication kick in to be like,
Day one.
we doing this?
Day one, we're not ourselves. I tell my homeboys all the time, that's why I always be with my wife. I don't have to act no different. I act the exact same way as if I would act if it was my cousin, if it was my brother, if it was my mama, if it was my best friend. I act the exact same
together.
way. I talk the same way. I say the same stuff. So it's like, you can be comfortable. Most, and for a lot of a relationship, that is not the case. People cannot be their true, authentic selves. And in our relationship, I can say what I want to say. I can talk about people. I can make jokes. I can say this is what I want. I see somebody. I can. So it makes it that transparent. It makes it that easy because I'm never not in my true, authentic self.
But to answer your question, it happened immediately. Like, when we got together, I told him, listen, I like women. I've done this previously in a previous relationship, and it worked. And it can work. I've seen it. I've done it. It's worked. The relationship didn't work, but that situation worked, and I loved it, and I like it, and this is what we could potentially get to, or this is something that we can bring to the table. With now, our first 2.5 years, we didn't have another woman at all. So it didn't happen until after that. But when it happened, we talked about it so much for the first 2.5 years of our relationship. We talked about it so much about how it would happen, or the rules and the communication. We just communicated so much that when it did happen, it was like it wasn't the first time.
And the aftermath of it happening
was
exactly
like,
was exactly what we said it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Nothing changed. Nobody acted no differently. Nobody got extra. And then when it happened again, the same thing happened. So it's like, when you can do that with somebody, I feel like it was my homie before, but after that, I'm like,
all right, here go the question though. What situations like that? 2-part question. What situations like that people tend to be scared that their partner gonna double back behind their back, or the second part of that is people are scared that the other person gonna do more or gonna please more or anything like that while they're in the act?
I'm gonna answer the second question first. I don't care if you please him. Like, do it. That's what you're here for.
That's what you're here for, yeah.
Like, that's not, like, that turns me on. Like,
I just
make him scream.
I just can't.
So you're not gonna be jealous watching that?
Jealousy, you will always have some level of jealousy. Streak. There was always gonna be some streak or level of jealousy, but you have to be willing. You have to be strong in your mind, basically, like, to know, like, this is just a moment in time. Now, if we were to have a girlfriend or something like that, that's a totally different subject. But like in the moment, like, yes, go crazy, go hard, because I'm gonna go crazy.
What was the first part? When you asked about you said the double back.
Yeah,
So
that fucked me up.
I feel like the double back, and I hate to get on us like this because I love us black men, but a lot of us got some real, strike past where you done did some grimy stuff and y'all done came out of that, and you're in a good space. But at the end of the day, it's still trauma that's caused. So for a woman to think that the only thing you can ever do is outlive the lie. If y'all gonna actually do the act, you have to do the act, remain the same guy, do the act, remain the same guy. And eventually she gonna see that you being honest. But if you have a negative past, or she has a negative past with someone else and she not all the way trusting, but she's willing to take that step, you kind of got to roll with the punches with her. You can't think it's going to be perfect on the way there. And not to, like, people say, like, y'all look at this like this perfect situation, but we've had negative situations in this as well without even having to act to somebody. It's people that we never had relations with that we got into it about because of negative thoughts that were in our head that was from previous things. So it's like, it was times of like, I don't want to do this at all. I don't care. I just want you anyway. It was those times, but those are the times you got to move past because nothing happened.
Right.
If anybody tried him, he's coming to tell me.
Right.
And that builds trust. Like, that part builds trust. If anybody messages him out of line, I watch him handle it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And for me, it lets me know that I can trust him further than I can see him.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Facts.
Y'all dope.
That shit go
Y'all
deep.
dope as fuck. Y'all dope as fuck.
He does it. Like, even when I'm not, when it's not visible to me, he'll come home and be like, girl, okay, up to me, she was like this, that, and I have to tell her this, that, and the third. And I'm like, good job.
You better.
That's my.
It's a personal thing though. For me, like,
I don't know.
even in my friend, even in bro, look, listen, bro, even in my friendships, bro, like, I always want to be that stand-up guy. I don't want nobody to ever say anything about me. Like, in my friendships, in my relations, I don't want nobody to ever say, well, Ty said, well, he was going back. It gives me anxiety to feel like I did somebody wrong or feel like somebody think I did them wrong. So in my relationship, it's like, I was talking to somebody at the gym about this other day. They was like, bro, you a good nigga, boy. I'm like, bro, I can't. It's too much on my heart to feel like I did somebody wrong, especially my wife. Like, no, that's too much. It's just too much. And that's why I say it's a personal decision before I even met.
That's 100%. I had a gym owner reach out to me the other day and asked me to do my class at their gym. And they said the reason I want to is because not only are you a great energy and your class dope and you turned up and you got all the attributes of being a great fitness instructor, they was like, we sat back, we've been wanting you, but we sat back and we watched how you treat your wife and your kids. Because how you treat your family is how you gonna treat us. Somebody told, I'm not gonna name the owner or the gym.
That's a fact, bro.
I'm not gonna do that on the podcast, but that person told me that and I was like, wow, that's crazy. Dude, Trap, we've been watching you for over a year. And now it's time for you to come over here with us and we gonna try to make sure we blow you up. That was crazy just to hear that. Like,
Question. I'm listening.
She got a good question right now. Right now.
What's it? So y'all are married, and y'all have had these
5 years.
5 years.
5 years married, 6 years together. Yeah. So the question goes, because you guys have had different type of situations with other women or whatever, is it a situation even now that you would actually bring someone in your relationship to be your girlfriend?
Yes.
Yes. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
So wait, the question
Why are we doing all
goes,
this?
wait, so when you bring them in, do you marry them too?
No. That's not the goal.
That's not the goal. That's a whole nother level.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this.
No girlfriend, don't do it.
Girlfriend, yes. But we are like, we're not hoarders. So if she finds her mate and she wants to like, oh, I want to get married one day, blah, 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 blah. It was fun while it
change the
lasted.
question. What if she don't want to get married and she just want to be with us forever?
That's what.
Then she could be with us forever.
But the question is, what if y'all
do
both?
that in real
That's
life.
illegal.
But hold on, in this life, how does it work if y'all both are connected? I'm just asking.
We get married in the living room.
don't get a girlfriend.
But you get what I'm saying? What
Don't
if
get a
both of y'all
girlfriend.
feel this? What if both of y'all and that person feel that way?
Shit too
And we're three a team. Does that work?
Be
That you-
3
Does that work to get married?
No.
I don't know about married. I ain't
We
never.
can't get
They
married.
married.
It's
Why you
illegal.
why
I'm
you
saying
not bring
because-
somebody in and marry them?
That's
You're not
illegal.
hearing what I'm saying.
We
My
all
thing
are
is,
hearing what you're
y'all
saying.
been saying y'all are one. Let's say y'all find somebody else, and now y'all are really all
Yeah,
one.
no, we're not cheating on her. We're not, dogging her out, going out and trying to look
We
for other
faithful
people.
to her.
We're all
That's what you're
together.
asking.
That's what you
But
asking.
there's no thing of that. It would be a three-way marriage. Is that
That's not. That's not.
That's why it's a question.
So it's a thing. So
married.
it's a
They
thing
been-
like sister wives, right? So you talking about sister wives,
You're
right?
running around.
But sister wives ain't even real.
Sister wives
because
ain't
they-
even the same
It's not
thing.
legally married. Like you can't legally marry.
Y'all are married. This is y'all bitch.
This is our
and
girl.
this is what's happening.
But don't bring her in. Don't.
You said what? Why you say that? Come on, Red. Say
y'all
something
said,
loud, man.
I know you just said it ain't perfect, but it's close to it.
That's
It's
Listen,
close
bro.
to it. So I think y'all need to just keep pushing.
Keep riding
Y'all
the wave.
very happy. Don't complicate.
Bro, we
this
like
shit.
OVO.
This shit is amazing.
I don't.
We like OVO. People gonna come and go, but
amazing,
OVO
bro.
gonna be here, man. We Drake.
I've had a
Yeah,
girlfriend.
and y'all
I've
stay.
had a
Let 'em come
girlfriend
and
and a
go.
boyfriend for over a year at a certain point in my life. Key to the house, everything, that type of stuff.
You had one.
But it ain't work.
It wasn't because of her though. It wasn't because of the three-way thing.
I just don't want nothing to come. I don't want.
You just don't want to.
Red want to he want to hear this shit.
This shit is amazing.
The way it
Nothing
is.
shit about-
Y'all situation is
Y'all
very
motherfucker-
intriguing to
Yeah, just
Mr.
that
Robert
shit.
Russian.
Yeah, just that.
No, because at the
amazing.
end of the day, he gonna be who he is. I'm gonna be who I am. At the end of the day, if the shit wasn't gonna work, it's her that's
She
gonna
gotta
be
go.
pushed.
Yeah,
We're
she gotta
married,
go.
Y'all
so
married,
if the
go.
shit don't work, it's only right.
Y'all want kids?
Don't bring in that energy.
Yes.
So when y'all get kids, when y'all have your kids, is this still gonna be going on?
That's a great question.
Trip. A trip. You take a trip.
Yes.
You can raise a kid and go take a
No,
trip.
that's a good question.
And
No,
she might
I
have
wasn't
kids.
on that one. That's a
Yeah,
good
because
question.
She might
sometimes.
have kids.
But I'm saying sometimes people might think now we have kids like let's cut that fool.
That's because people look at it as just sex, like just sex.
It's not
like,
just sex.
Bro, it's not just sex. We
Yeah,
could
you
just
don't understand.
I don't.
we could just sex a lot of people. But it's not about not
vibe.
about that. It's about
You're not listening.
the energy. It's about the vibe. What are you bringing to the table to complement what we got going on? Like you have to be the same way if you was single. You got somebody got to come to the table with it's not just about sex because it's a million beautiful women out here.
Right.
So it's like you could just pick one and be like, okay, you're gonna be our girlfriend. That's not how it works. The way it works is we have something going on that's great. Okay. If we got Jordan and Pippen,
I think
you can't
He's a
come.
hooper.
I think
can't
team is good.
No,
It's more than great.
but if you come, okay, let's say Kobe and
Amazing.
Shaq. We Kobe and Shaq. You can't come with Kobe and Shaq and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be Brian Shaw. He did a great job, but no, we need that other third person that's gonna be there. Now the Lakers wouldn't have had.
Well,
the third
LeBron
person. That's
came
a-
later.
That's a whole different story.
LeBron came
but-
later.
Who LeBron?
Yeah.
Your life is great.
LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Okay, they won a championship together.
I feel y'all. The life is great.
Ty, your life is great.
The life is great.
Your life is-
But I also like the other woman would also be like another best friend. Ty's my best friend. And so she would just be the female best friend of me, and then another best friend.
And we
of
have
him.
friends like that already.
Right.
But that we don't have sex with.
Exactly. That we don't. It's not that energy. It's not that energy. But it's like with people that coexist with us. Like we'll eat, they come, they bring this, they bring that. But we just friends.
Yes.
So to have somebody that's in like a relationship with us, is
That
the
we
same
could just
thing.
like, and it don't have to be sex. Like we can just lay up. We can go on dates with. We can kick it.
For
We
this
can feel on
podcast.
booties.
You talking about with
Do
another
all of
person?
that.
This
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah.
That camera on me.
I told y'all earlier, man, the conversation was gonna be different and elevated when they got here. And you can see that now. It's crazy.
You took that left and you kept on
Taking too
going
fast.
all the way to Albuquerque.
It's just
But you have
I
to.
don't think her questions
but
can keep
you
up with
have
y'all
to,
real
like
life.
like I said, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it over and over and over and over again. As a woman, you have to like women. You have to be
Yeah,
bisexual. You can't just be doing it
That's right.
because your
It
man
doesn't work
want it.
unless the woman
You
is
can't just be
bisexual.
doing it because you want to try
That's
some
facts.
shit. Like you literally have to like women. Like I like women. I literally like women.
Let's talk about
Now
this
I don't
part.
like women more than
No,
men.
let's talk about this part because this is what nobody talks about. The fact that she likes women, nobody ever asked me, do you get insecure? Do you think she's gonna leave you for a woman?
because it happens.
It happens.
Absolutely.
Nobody ever asked me
But that
that.
was my question though.
Oh, you talking about her side?
Both sides.
See, that's what nobody ever asked
Are
me.
you
Like,
insecure?
I'm not though.
But
But I feel like a man could be. Because like constantly she getting showered with compliments. Constantly I'm opening my, because we both share inboxes. Constantly my phone got heart eyes and love symbols and all this stuff coming to her inbox. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it takes a level of a maturity on my side too, because I know a lot of men that be like, no, where you going? Who you going with? Are y'all going on the girls trip? What y'all about to do on the girls trip?
y'all still got Tinder?
We do.
No,
They
they
banned us because we a couple. It's supposed to be a one person thing. They banned us.
Yeah, but we get back on, then they ban us again.
Yeah, we tried to use different phone numbers, you know. We only got 2 of them.
Is that real?
No, that's real. If you a couple on Tinder, they'll ban you.
Yeah,
Quick.
$10.
So who you put your face?
we put our
Mostly her
pictures.
face and our face.
Yeah, on the
That's why they banned us, because they
bisexual.
seen both of our picture on there together as a couple. They
What's the
banned us.
wildest thing y'all got on Tinder? Got from someone?
What you thinking?
Girlfriend.
He didn't do that.
Somebody else's fiance that was in an open
He didn't do
relationship.
He didn't do that. He did that?
Somebody else's fiance was in an open relationship.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But he did those moves?
No,
Oh.
that's on the video. That was B2K.
Like, what?
No, he nothing. Ain't no he.
No, that
So
was
what
B2K.
happened?
It went great.
Oh, they came at both of y'all.
No, it was just her. She was in an open relationship.
Yeah.
And eventually, like maybe like 3 or 4 months down the line, she's like, I'm getting married. We're about to get married, so kind of got to end everything. Like, okay, but they didn't get
But y'all met
Well,
her on Tinder?
okay. Now I'm following you because I was like,
You ain't know who I was talking
I-
to.
Y'all met her on Tinder though.
Okay, yeah, we met her on Tinder, but she actually didn't get engaged until after our situation.
True.
But like we was, dating or whatever. So we was dating her for a few months. She said she had a boyfriend. He didn't live in the States. He was overseas or whatever. And she ended up getting engaged to the guy like after, and then she was like, well, I'm getting engaged. We was like, that's a bit much.
Yeah, we know.
So he was like, whatever, cut it off.
We can still. I'm
Like, no.
Nah, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Red just look everything about it. Red look everything about
Tinder be busting, man. But Tinder got some horror stories too.
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
Y'all had some horror stories?
What?
Give me one.
I'm trying to.
They so
To
into
keep it.
I'm gonna tell you, we vegan.
They gotta
They
be
are.
true.
We're vegan.
There you go.
Okay.
This gotta be.
You can tell when
Shawty ate ribs,
yeah.
pork chops.
It stink.
What?
It's not. I wouldn't say necessarily stank. It just was not the purest. We could tell she
Lord.
drank sodas and shit.
Lord.
I could. I could.
So we just had to like.
couldn't do it. She was fine. She was fine.
And I tried to help
How
her
y'all
too.
tell her? What you say?
I wouldn't
Slow skirt. I
necessarily
call
tell
it
her we
the slow
just
skirt.
skirt. But I told her
The
like,
slow
hey,
skirt.
they got this. Pause, this is how you let's eat
No,
like this.
no. If y'all were about to do it and then y'all stop.
No, so we did it the first time. It wasn't like that.
All right.
Second time, I'm like, what's going on here? Something's a little off.
Yeah. pH was off.
After that, we didn't have sex with her again. She was like, let me invite y'all over. I'm gonna cook for y'all. She cooked for us. That shit was nasty as hell. I said, you ain't got nothing to give. We gone.
Hey, real talk. That's one play you got. You don't have nothing to give. I ain't gotta stay here. I'm out.
You can't
That's
cook
dope.
nothing. You
I
can't.
mean, then why? Why would we stay?
Yeah,
Like,
why would you stay?
We slow skirted.
So y'all gave her 3 chances basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you.
not all
You
sexual,
single,
but
right?
just like
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how to
so-
slow skirt.
I don't know.
If you're not, if you're trying to get out of a situation, it's a slow skirt.
I don't know.
You still be nice. Just don't talk as much. Don't reply. Wait longer in between each time. So like maybe say you want to start your slow skirt. Okay, don't talk to him for a day. And be like, oh hey, I was busy. Then don't talk to him for like 3 days. I'm like, oh my bad, I did. Then don't talk to him for a week. It'd be like it's the same energy. Like, oh hey, what's up? Yeah, we need to get together. After that, 2 weeks, it's over with. Slow skirt. Nobody's feelings are hurt.
Oh, y'all skirted her out the way.
Her feelings definitely hurt.
because she was a really nice girl.
Her
She was
feelings are
very
definitely hurt,
beautiful.
Lord.
She was very beautiful,
There's
really nice
no way her
girl.
feelings are not hurt.
But
That's
um,
fucked
But she
up.
can't say nothing because we
That's
wasn't
not
niggas.
fucked up.
We just slid out.
What would be
So let me ask you this: y'all don't think that just really out of whatever, as a woman to woman, have you ever just had a conversation with a one-on-one? Hey,
Yes.
it's not.
We did.
Yes.
We tried that. That's why.
y'all, her.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
And then what she said?
She was like, oh, okay.
And didn't fix it.
No, I mean the conversation wasn't like, hey, you
need to
stink.
do this.
The conversation was like, hey, you know they got this, they got
You
that,
stink.
and this, and you should probably drink more water.
A gallon a day.
A gallon a day.
You stink.
We'll keep the pH levels.
Really
No,
move my
cool.
drink and shit.
But I don't think she took heed to what I was saying. Like if I'm trying to throw you a bone, like, and she was really beautiful, beautiful girl.
Yeah.
And that's
Light
what we
skin,
mean
brown
by she was like brown. She was brown
Yeah,
skin.
black.
Really,
I just want to
color-
know. I'm trying to paint the picture.
brown skin, color
green
eyes,
eyes,
really
all.
beautiful. She was very
That's all.
attractive. Now her sex game was amazing. Like all that shit was
Great.
good, and that's why I'll be talking about like it don't even matter what you look like and what type of sex you have. It's everything else really is what is going to make the cake rise.
Are you capturing my face? Please don't get that on camera.
You got that? Yeah.
Everything else is what's gonna make like when the cake is being made, like you gotta have all the ingredients for the cake.
Man, long story short,
Your life dope.
you got to be honest with yourself and what you want, and you have to be able to express that to your partner, and y'all have to come into an agreement, and then y'all have to be able to trust each other to go out there and live the way that y'all talked about at the house.
Ooh, we talked about rules. We never answered that question.
What is
What's
it?
the rules?
What's the rules?
Rules.
Number one.
Sexual rules. We're gonna talk about
Number
that
one.
first. Sex.
I know the rules.
He knows the rules very well. He can never finish with a girl.
He said that earlier.
He
said,
start there.
He said, okay.
He start there and he finish here.
Right. He said that.
Yes. We don't want no accidents.
That's
no,
it. What else?
You know how hard that is?
That ain't hard at
That's
all.
not hard.
That's the easiest
Go
shit
to your
ever.
partner. Why you gotta be different?
If you about to, if you
Bro, that's
no,
the
let's
easiest
not.
shit.
That's not hard. You
That's
just
the
talk
easiest
about
shit
how you got mind
Is it not
control
hard
over
mentally?
people.
Is it not hard mentally, or is it not hard
I don't know
physically?
what
She
he's
just
talking
said
about.
how great her sex game was.
Me, he finished with me.
You just talked about how great the girl sex game
Then
was.
he pulls
It's,
out.
it's
and he
mentally though.
stops.
It's mental though. Like I was talking
Nigga, I
about.
don't
It's
care
mental.
how good.
But
That
he-
shit can be.
he-
I'm not
he
even-
used
That
a
shit can be
condom.
shooting fireworks and all that.
I'm
shit.
not
He
even.
using
I'm
a
not about to
condom.
fuck this up.
No.
If this the rule, I'm obey the rule.
No, I get you. I get you on
care
that.
if I got
That shit can shoot fireworks
I
and
get you on
whatever.
that. But I'm just talking about how hard that is. That's crazy.
No,
What's the second one?
I mean, if it
You
don't
know,
take much,
you
then
know,
then
you know
just
it's
come out.
you know it's coming, man. So you prepare yourself for, you know, what most people don't understand is
Start
like
pull out, start doing
when you in that
footwork.
type of situation, bro. It's almost like hooping, like it's a
You
show.
always talk about basketball.
But
But
it's
because
gonna-
it is, it's a
It's
show.
gonna, it's gonna feel better anyway because he gotta take the condom off
Big
and
facts.
finish there, so it's gonna feel
Immediately.
better anyway. I don't give a fuck
The
how
game
amazing.
I ain't even know that was a rule. I ain't hear that part.
She said it. She just
Oh,
Huh?
yes, that's definitely a rule.
You said number one rule was he can't
Number
finish. I
two.
ain't hear number
Yeah,
two.
and then
number
she,
Oh, that's
she
number
said,
two. My bad. I said one of the rules, but number one is definitely a condom. Definitely.
Okay,
That's
number
I
two.
ain't hear that part. My
Number
bad.
2, finish with you.
Finish with me.
And number 3,
No sidebar communication, and that's pretty much it. In the bedroom, other than those situations, other than that, we full at it.
You forgot about the making love.
Oh no, making love.
Oh, you can't missionary?
No, you gonna
you can
have eye contact and stuff like that, but,
But
ain't
ain't
no
no, like-
making love like doing that.
Ain't none of that.
That's dick, huh?
Hey, you do it too much.
Pull back.
Revert back.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
This is kind of out of hand.
The rest of that
I
sounds
mean, he got a
pretty
three.
easy.
yeah, the rules is pretty easy.
Three rules.
Other than that, no, we can get it. We can go.
It's unwritten rules though. That's what I'm trying to tell men. Like y'all, like man, it's unwritten rules. It's rules that she ain't gonna make a rule, but it's a rule. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you still have to carry yourself. I don't care how fine the other woman is. You still have to carry yourself as if your woman's here and she's
Oh,
here.
absolutely. Like you got to do that anyway. You got to always make sure your
That's
woman
facts.
knows
Yeah,
she
Always.
over. You know,
Always. And
But
there's
for you,
sometimes when she excited where I
ain't a
can't be
bitch out there
excited.
touching mine.
You know? Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Talking.
Cause she said she turned it up. If they try to go up, she going
She
up.
going upper. She said,
She said-
I'm going upper.
And I'm here for all of it.
Yes.
Because I'm here for all of it.
But I want her to turn up. Like that's the thing. Like I
The
want.
whole point of having her
I
here.
want her to please him, and I want him to please, because that is a turn on for me. So I want that to happen, but it's just motivation for me because I go second. to turn up.
So now you gotta compete.
It ain't even a
It's not a- it's a dance.
It's exactly.
It's a dance.
It's not a competition.
It ain't a competition. It's a
It's
dance.
a dance.
It's like a no. It's more not even the bop. It's not the bop. It's like merengue or like salsa. Like everybody just in the like, you know what I'm saying, like spin. It's like it's a dance. It's not a competition.
Y'all are officially the only people I've ever met like this, and it's
Really?
Oh, that's cool.
I'm learning. I'm quiet.
I've met I know a couple of people like this, but their shit ain't
Y'all shit put
together.
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 Like I got a couple of people. I know a lot of people like that, but it's just
Not like
their
this.
shit not together. I know motherfuckers doubling back. I know motherfuckers they're not happy with each other and they doing this, and it's just the whole relationship throw the fuck off.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if it was like that.
Yeah.
If we off, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
And we've been off at times, and I'm not even
if
thinking
we
about
into it or something like that, like even if we did have a girlfriend, she's not invited. Like if we not on the same level, if we not on the same, then it's not.
that.
Yeah,
I don't want to
We
deal with it.
we ain't have no company.
I don't
we
want to
ain't
deal with
doing
it.
none
That's
of
too
that.
much anxiety. To me, be thinking like tiptoeing. No. No.
Our energy and our vibe has to be matching, and it has to be at a certain level for us to go there.
And some people don't do that. Most people they use it as a coping mechanism. Like, okay, well, you ain't giving me what you want. Let me just manipulate so we can get into the situation, and I can get what I want. And really, we not even really happy.
Yeah.
I got a question. It's kind of deep. Y'all don't have to answer it.
It's kind of deep.
But I know she said earlier about, what you had to work. I forgot what it was, but she mentioned about the, she was making the money or something like that. How did y'all, like seeing where y'all at now, where y'all was at then, how did y'all get through it? Like if you were making more and y'all still had that communication, what made y'all just even get closer knowing he's not making as much as you, or knowing he has the ambition, but whatever. How did y'all operate from that point?
Honesty. From the jump, I told her, like, I'm sleeping on my cousin's couch. They trying to kick me out. They trying to get me. I just started working. I ain't got no check.
I know how much you made. I was his boss's boss.
Exactly. So they trying to get me to pay these bills. They trying to get me to pay this bill, and I just got here 2 weeks ago. I don't have this. Me and my brother is in this situation, and we don't have nowhere to go. Now and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get myself a extended stay. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm being transparent with her about what the situation I'm in. I never tried to like flodge or floss or act like I had what I didn't have. And I think from that, she saw the maturity of me being a man who not afraid to say where he is and be who he is in that moment, because I knew where I was going. I knew what I had, but it's at the time I'm like, I don't have like, I can't even put no gas in my car. She filling my car up with gas with a company car.
But see, this is what I was saying earlier, and I was saying this on other episodes.
Y'all listen to me.
I'm saying,
Y'all listen to me. See y'all, this is what the fuck
saying
I'm
what I
trying
was
to
about
tell
to
y'all. This is y'all.
This is
Listen.
love.
This shit is fucking possible. This lady met this guy she found attractive, and he had ambition. He wasn't making what she was making.
No.
And all that. She said, this is the person I'ma fuck with. They were open, they were honest, they communicated. It was about love. It wasn't about anything outside of that.
Right.
Was it rough? I'm sure it fucking was.
Yes.
Was it tough? I'm sure it fucking was.
Yes.
Now, let's fast fucking forward. 6 years later, 6 fucking years later, they are still together. They moved from where the fuck they're at. They're in Atlanta. They're thriving. They're fucking in love. They got a unique relationship. And they ain't giving a fuck about nothing what nobody else got to fucking say.
and some of the
And
top
they are
shows.
fucking making it. They are killing shit on a bit. They are business partners. They spend every fucking day together. Every fucking day together, which you don't hear a lot. They are really best friends. We're not saying shit perfect. Everybody has shit fucked up. I'm not here to tell anybody what the fuck they do with a relationship, but that's what we have to get back to. Stop putting all these fucking standards and all this shit on a relationship and goddamn take a chance sometime. Because this what the fuck they did, and they are fucking winning. And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, who is fucking winning? And I just want to give y'all, I'm really fucking impressed. I'm glad we had this. This is great for our platform. It's great for our community. And I just want y'all to keep going, keep pushing, keep the communication. And I just want to give y'all a fucking hand. Absolutely. Thank you. Did you learn something? She's crying.
She's literally crying.
Look, we got the question.
Oh my God. Did I not tell y'all when the Larkins got here the conversation?
Nah, that-
But listen, no, just in respect to you, I was you a few times.
Oh,
Stop it! No.
Let her go. Give her a moment,
No. I personally have said multiple times, I don't care what my friends think. If I'm fucking with you, I don't care if you make 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. I'm fucking with you. We fucking with each other.
I'm gonna be honest. When I moved to Phoenix and met him, we got married with 30 people. It was 15 of his family and 15 of my family, and my friends was livid because they didn't know him. They didn't know nothing about him. You could get married after he proposed after 7 months. You about to get married? Yeah, we're about to get married in 3 months, and nobody's invited because I don't want to deal with none of that shit. And it was about me and him. It wasn't about nobody else.
About us.
And it's always been that way. It's always been about me and him because I knew just like you said, you and Shay had those conversations. Me and Ty set up for all night. We had sex on the first night. We set up all night.
Before we had sex the first night, though, we talked the whole night.
Yeah, we
had phone sex though. We had FaceTime sex.
That's right.
We had FaceTime sex, but when we got together, we had sex. It was amazing, and then we set up and we talked about what we wanted and everything. And I'm gonna be honest. When I first met Ty, all I wanted was sex. Like I didn't think I wanted a relationship because he was 6 years younger than me. And talking about age, you know what I'm saying? He was 26 and I was in my 30s.
And I was broke too.
Big
broke.
In that he ain't had nowhere to live. Like we moved in together, but the ambition and what we talked about and his drive and everything that I asked for when I left my last relationship, I wrote down exactly what I was looking for in a man, and he checked off every box because I didn't want to go into somebody else's, because I've done that. I didn't want to go to somebody else's empire because then they the ruler of their empire. I wanted to build an empire with my mate.
And that's kind of what I did. When I met Shay, I was 25, and I want to say Shay was 29 to 30. And we had sex the first night, of course, but then it got more so into what she wanted, what I wanted, and it's the same situation at the same time. Say what?
kick your ass.
She gonna what?
Kick your ass.
Why? It's the reality table. We're talking about relationships.
The reality of it is.
We're talking about being submissive, but we got way ahead of being submissive.
I tell my friends.
But like I said, it was the same situation though. Shay didn't want a relationship. I didn't want a relationship. She's 5 years older than me. And then when we got together, it was kind of like we just hit it off, bro. And it is what it is.
Standards of the heart, man. You said don't worry about them standards. Don't worry about those existential standards. Yeah. It's all about internal standards.
We rewrote the playbook, bro.
Standards
like both of us did, really. We rewrote the playbook.
Anybody in a successful relationship that's built on love is rewriting the playbook because it's about the standards of your heart. I already had standards of my heart. I had been treated a certain way by a woman before, and I knew coming in, I don't care about you just being a woman and I gotta bow down to you because you're a woman and you don't. No, we have to both be on the same level as far as when it comes to love. And a lot of people get in a relationship and they're like, well, my last person didn't love this, or the last person never said, but it don't have nothing to do with the last person. Mm-hmm. Nothing you do that's like going to your new job and being like, well, my last job, they let me get 17 minutes on my break. You tell me I gotta be back. Like, your last job don't matter because if your last job mattered, you still be there.
And we never had a deep conversation about my last relationships. Like I did that,
especially not out the gate.
Over the years, some stuff come up, but that shit didn't matter. What I wanted to do was definitely
we
key.
Did not
don't talk about what your ex did or how he hurt you or what happened. Do not bring that baggage into this relationship.
Because people put they'll put that on you.
They'll put that on you.
You paint a picture of yourself.
Why you can't take this?
You paint a picture of yourself.
I used to date the starting quarterback for the New York Jets, and I got it all. Trust me, but we made that a point to just, you know what, clear the air, whatever.
don't matter.
We're not talking about who I was with, who you was with. We're gonna move forward. So.
And I want to thank y'all for like, just waiting on more, all of y'all together as a whole, all y'all, you know, I call it the other side because we're not from Atlanta and we meeting all these people for the first time, like, and really first time. A lot of people know y'all from in passing and all that stuff, but we really meeting y'all for the first time. So, and just us being where we was at for a long time, it's like people got, I don't want to say they got bored with us, but it's like people just expected the same people from us and kind of didn't know, respect the gravity of what we have, you know what I'm saying, to the extent that y'all do, seeing us as new people in y'all world. And I appreciate y'all for accepting us and being the people that we are and, seeing our light, because a lot of people don't see that, or a lot of people try to capitalize on that or use us and manipulate us to do different things for us. And we see all of that. Mm-hmm. But y'all genuinely was like, we fuck with y'all. We love y'all energy. And y'all didn't even know everything y'all just found out today. Y'all just knew us from the surface level. So I just appreciate y'all giving us a chance to, speak to how we really are, instead of just the veil or the whole lotta or the lark fit, or even just the lark, because y'all got to see Angel and Ty. So I appreciate y'all.
That's dope.
What you learned today? You really cried. This is the first time you cried.
Ooh, whole lot of
Yeah,
tears.
because like I said, I've been you, and I say that because the person I thought was for me. Mm-hmm. I did everything. I did all that, and nobody could tell me nothing. Like, I'm fucking with him. Mm-hmm. It took for me to get out that situation because it started to change over the years. Like, it wasn't that same energy no more. It was more so of what he could get out of me. It wasn't how we came together. But I tell my friends now, like, even the ones that are doing really well, like, bruh, like I was trying to say, like, you don't have to make 6 figures. I'll be with somebody, and I hate when people say, no, you wouldn't. But I would be with somebody if you was a manager at McDonald's. But if you did your job and you did your part in our relationship, and I don't care if I make money and he didn't, mm-hmm. and I was happy, my nigga, I'm set for life.
And I'm gonna tell you, don't ever change that, because I've always been mama bear to my friends and my relationship. I've always been mama bear. So for me, it's just like nurturing. I'm a nurturer. I'm a giver. You know what I mean? Don't change who you are based off of something that didn't work, because it will work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that.
You still in love with the dude?
No.
You not? You still hurt about it?
No.
What the fuck you crying for?
I'm crying because
I'm saying it's tears of joy, bro.
I'm about them, yeah.
It's
I'm
tears
happy because
of joy.
People think that
because people don't think this exists.
You good?
Oh, okay, shut up.
You good?
Nah, it's the same way with me, man.
No,
like
I'm happy because I tell
Shay
people all
made
the time.
way more money than me in the beginning.
Yeah,
She
it
made
ain't
way
about
more
that.
money than me
It
in the
ain't about
beginning,
that.
and
It's
she
about-
didn't care about any of that, bro. Like
No matter.
we came together and she was the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm the breadwinner now. But when we first got together, she was the breadwinner. She didn't care about any of that. And we're still here 15 years later.
One thing we do, we got a couple of questions in the bowl y'all pick, and you have to answer the question.
Everybody's picking a question?
Yeah.
Okay. One at a time. Yeah.
Oh, one
Oh,
at
we
a
can't
time.
wait.
Oh, you reading it. Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
okay.
This is for you. Are you a good wingman? Are any of your friends with their partner because of you? Let's just reverse that question. Are you a good wingman in y'all relationship?
Absolutely, I'm the best.
Literally the best.
I don't want any other wing, man.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Ray. Okay. Oh, that's whack. You know.
Oh yeah, I got on the same side.
Everybody.
Drop it.
The one from.
Oh, it's good. Right.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing a partner has ever wanted to do in bed? Or let's just say, what's the weirdest thing the person you've ever brought in wanted to do in bed with y'all?
Glad I ain't get that question.
I don't even want to know your answer.
I guess it was only one person that wanted to do anal sex while we was in a threesome, so that was a lot.
You don't think anal sex is, you don't like anal sex? Not you, but.
No, I mean.
You don't like to.
Me and her don't frequent that. It's a lot for her. So for it to happen, it was maybe like, since we've been together, second or third time that I've done it myself.
Yeah, we don't.
So
Y'all done everything else, but you don't like it?
I'm not a fan.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
Tell the world.
It's exhausting.
Big leg.
She gave so much energy to that.
it was a preference for her. So that was weird. That was a lot.
I wasn't gonna say that, but good job.
What was you?
Hold up. She
The
got.
aggressive.
Well, she got.
The
You
aggressive.
can go ahead.
Say what you gotta say.
Oh my God, we had one girl. And
She tried to
was
take my dick,
so
put it in her pocket,
aggressive.
and leave.
She was so aggressive with me and him, and we had to tell her like, girl, if you come again, you're gonna have to slow down. Like
What she did that was so aggressive.
like she damn near ripped his dick off.
Like no, she tried to take
Like
it
and
with her.
then I don't and take it with her. Like
Gotta
and
be
then
out this episode.
and when she was giving me head, it was just like so aggressive. It was not enjoyable whatsoever.
Yeah,
It was just like no.
you see my
just
head.
like a little
You see my head now
touch.
right now. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was
That's a whack one. Trap, pull another one.
Pull another one. It's a whack one, or it's a whack one for trap.
Just whack. Okay. Well, you only got two options. Which one of the host friends, or more than two, would you like to have a fling with if you were single?
The host.
the host friends.
Who's the host?
They set you up.
Yeah,
Pick
the
again,
host.
bro.
Like, who's the host? You gonna tell me who the host is?
Pick again. They set you up.
Yeah. Has anyone ever accidentally seen you naked?
All the time.
Hey, get another one, bro. That's whack.
I'm at the epi naked out the shot. What? Dick swinging everything.
Have you ever smashed one of the homies' girl and they ain't know?
Next question.
Boy, going through the Rolodex.
You been bringing me the goddamn bowl the whole time. You gonna stop bringing
This
the
could
bowl?
be in the
We're
past,
talking
bro.
about it.
Yeah, man. I did.
Everybody.
Did they find out?
Yeah, they found out,
What happened?
and I denied it.
You denied it?
I just told the truth like a couple years ago, but I denied it for a long time.
How you told the truth?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, first of all, you my homie, you know, and she's been smashed by a couple of your homies. And, you know, she came, you know, she brought it to me one night after the club, and shit, it was what it is. It happened.
So then it came to you? Like, how did
Literally
you
came to me. Like, I'm at the club with
No,
my
no, I'm
football
talking
team.
about you saying that you denied it. Did they ask you? Like, did it come out?
Yeah, so she told him.
She told him.
Yeah.
She set you up.
No, he a sucker. He been a sucker. So she told him, like,
Oh, on some da-da-da-da.
yeah,
That why.
yeah.
And then
So
you
she-
denied it.
She on some. That's why you've been trying to keep me away from trap because I was her type the whole time. And years and years and years went by. They wasn't together anymore, mind you. This is like 5 years after they split up. It wasn't on some they was together type shit. But I felt bad because I knew that was the homie ex. You know what I'm saying? But it happened.
And then you recently told him, or like just other people, like all your friends.
No, I just told him. Like maybe a year after I finally came clean. But my year after was like 2015. What is 2022 now? Yeah, that's how I was. I was like, give me a bottle. Like, let's talk about this. Let's be grown about this. It happened, bro. So whatever. Y'all went together, whatever. 5 years later, it happened. So.
Yeah, honestly, I think we need a part two. I
Yes.
think we need.
It's a lot to talk about.
We
man.
need. We
I
definitely.
don't even think we
need a
got
part
even scratched the surface yet.
Oh, we
It's a
hit.
lot to talk
We
about.
hit some good shit.
Some surfaces.
It's a lot to talk about.
You okay?
Ooh, it's big.
If it happens again, I just need Shay right here. So
That'd
this
be
shit can
great.
get real live.
That's what we doing.
Because it's going to get way liver with her than
There's
just
two,
me.
it's two
That's
sides
what
to
we
the
doing.
story.
Yeah, I'm trying to, hey, she going to tell it like I tell it. I got a real one.
Well, any last minute thoughts, Larkies?
I think I said my piece about y'all, but you know we got to plug. You know, we do a class. Even though this is the Larkins on this reality table, but Lark Fit, you know, a whole lot of switching gears. We do a class every Wednesday at the Loft Athletic Club. If you want to be a part of it, it's full of energy. It's a choreographed fitness class. If you want to be a part of it, all you have to do is text the number 404-999-4527. All you gotta do is text Reality Table and we got you. First class is free on us. Other than that, we train and all that. What else you got, babe?
My last words is do what pleases you in your relationship. And then you being whole yourself, you're gonna make making your partner whole, y'all come together as one and y'all be whole together. But I'm gonna say this, just to put it out there. Women, do not have threesomes just because you're trying to please your man.
I'm glad she said.
And if you want to talk to her, just DM Angel. Don't DM me.
Don't DM him.
Hold up, can you elaborate on that?
Which part?
You said don't have threesomes just to please your man.
Don't have threesomes just to please your man. Like, have a threesome because you may not be bisexual, but you might like this particular woman, right? You might like a particular lady, like, oh, like she giving me a vibe. I think I might be able to do this because it has to start somewhere, right? So if you are that person, and you have to actually like the woman that you're dealing with, and don't just have threesomes with like random people. That doesn't work either.
But what if she's doing it to please her significant other and she end up liking it? Like, wouldn't that be a win-win?
It could work. That could be a win-win.
Because what if, like, it might take
That
take her to try to please him, to be submissive and try to please. That's what he want. And it might work.
I mean, in a perfect healthy situation, that definitely could work. I would say 9 times out of 10 though, that's when you come into these other barriers to where it can bring different issues into your relationship. But be secure with what you're doing. Don't do it strictly. I'm doing it because I want to do it as well. Plus, I want to do it for him. Because we do this because I like women, but I want to do it for him as well.
That part.
So there is an equal balance.
That's the key.
There is an equal balance to it, but I'm not strictly going to do it because, oh, this is what he wants. He's been asking me, he's been pressuring me to do this. I'm just going to do it for that, because you're going to go into the situation all the way wrong. You're going to already be mad before the girl even come over.
Do it because you want to do it. Whether you are bi-curious, you like women or not like women. Your sole purpose, if you want to please your man, you should be doing this act, because there's a lot of things you do to please your man, doing this act because you want to. You want to do it.
That's a factor. Big factor.
Yep.
Big Trap.
Listen, man. Hey, don't settle. Don't settle. Yeah, as you guys can see, fellas, I'm talking to the fellas. Don't settle. As you guys can see, man, listen, women out here will open up your world. Just allow them to do so. You know, don't have an ego about it. So I'm Big Trap, man. Listen, you can find me at Gain the Momentum, 7:30 on Wednesdays, starting August 24th. You can find me at the Epicenter, 9:30 a.m. on Friday mornings. And you can find me at Trainer.Compound, Riverdale, Highway 85, 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, starting August 27th. Big Trap shit, Big Trap energy. Let's get it.
Robert.
He said peace.
All right, this is episode 14, submissive, and a whole lot of.
This is not.
Everybody in the A gonna be doing this in a
we
minute.
gotta change the title.
We just changed the title. It's not submissive. It's a whole lot.
Whole lot. Episode 14, The Reality Table, signing out.
Yeah.